This is our routine Thursday weekly briefing, so the Thursday briefing that we've added here recently, and this is for, of course, Central North Carolina. We'll be covering through next Thursday, and this is to give you an idea of any hazardous weather impending in the next 7 days. So, looking at the upcoming weather pattern, we're going to see, we just came out of the frigid air the last couple of mornings where we had near record low temperatures and afternoon temperatures only in the upper 30s to around 40. We're going to continue to see those below normal temperatures on through the weekend, and perhaps early next week we'll be back near normal. So for the next couple of days, we've got a series of low pressure systems that are going to track along the southeast coast and bring us rain. We're going to see some patchy light rain increase this afternoon, mainly across eastern North Carolina, and then that rain is going to expand and become a bit heavier as we go through the overnight hours and into Friday. I'll show rainfall totals in just a minute, but looking at locally heavy rainfall, mostly along the coast with lesser amounts as you get back towards central North Carolina, and portions of western North Carolina may in fact stay dry. We'll see a drying period on Friday night, but we'll also see a second period of rainfall develop as another low pressure system moves up the coast, and that'll come on Saturday. The bigger issue on Saturday may be the fact that we'll see winds that will gust to 25 to 35 miles per hour out of the north. So it's going to be a rather raw day with temperatures only in the 40s and those gusty winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour. The stronger winds being, again, further east towards the coast. And that's going to be the trend through the weekend is worse weather as you get closer to the coast, and perhaps slightly, relatively better weather back towards the west. Those low pressure systems will move out of the area, and we'll see dry conditions return by Sunday. Again, temperatures below normal, but it won't be long before we have the potential for another low pressure system that will move up along the coast and bring us some unsettled weather on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. All of this precipitation with these systems looks like it will be in the form of rain. We're just a little too warm to have any frozen precipitation in wintry weather. And so the hazards should remain minimal across central North Carolina, again, just with those wind gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour on Saturday. You may have noticed I didn't mention any thunder, and we don't have any thunder in the forecast for the next 3 days. Here's a look at the rainfall through next week, and so starting at the top left for today and into Friday, you see that rain on today and Friday, heaviest along the coast tomorrow, another round of precipitation on Saturday, and then the dry period as we go into Sunday. The forecast here for Tuesday and Wednesday not reflecting a lot of rainfall. There's a lot of uncertainty as to where this next system is going to track. I think in the end we'll see some light precipitation in the form of rain across North Carolina Tuesday and Wednesday, but not necessarily reflected here in our official forecast due to the uncertainty. Here's a snapshot of the expected rainfall, and I think this was developed this morning, but this goes through Saturday, so it shows you the 2 rounds of rainfall that we're expecting, first late tonight and into Friday, and then again on Saturday. And as I mentioned, less rainfall as you go west towards the western Piedmont. As you get US 1 and I-95, those amounts will be greater, and those 2 to 3 inch totals possible will be down near the coast. Here's a tropical outlook, and again, we've only got a couple more weeks of the tropical season. Nothing stirring out there right now. And I just wanted to show the latest release of the U.S. Drought Monitor, since it becomes public on Thursdays. Here's the latest depiction, and you see mostly D0, abnormally dry, a little bit of still moderate drought down in the southern Piedmont, southern foothills. But the last 2 or 3 weeks, we've seen quite a bit of rainfall initially over the western half of the state, then across the eastern half. Some areas in the Piedmont have been in between the heavier amounts, and so that's why some of those reservoir levels and stream flows continue to be a little below normal, but nonetheless quite a bit better than where we were in early October. So wrapping up here, this is the summary for the weekend and early next week. Again, below normal temperatures. We've got some low pressure systems that are going to move along the southeast coast. A couple periods of unsettled weather and rainfall. Rainfall totals anywhere from a half an inch in the Piedmont to well over an inch to maybe even 2 to 3 inches down near the coast. Saturday is going to be perhaps our ugliest day, where we'll have the winds out of the north gusting at 25 to 35 miles per hour, along with that rain. Dry Sunday and Monday, and perhaps some more rainfall on Tuesday and Wednesday. A lot of uncertainty there, and we'll be revisiting that over the weekend. One last thing I guess I will mention with the rainfall, even as you get into the coastal plain, there's no flooding expected with these systems. So I am going to cease the recording here, and I will